What's up, crypto kids, Fantom freaks? How y'all doing today? Today I'm just coming at you from TOMB Finance, the #1 money generator on Fantom and my absolute favorite passive income play in all of crypto. And mainly that has to do with like team, confidence, and then of course it's growing Fantom, the underlying asset, which I am so bullish on Fantom, it's ridiculous. I mean, you may not know like all the stuff they got coming down the pike, but, you know, everything needs to be EVM compatible, right? Well, Fantom's coming out with FTM, the Fantom Virtual Machine, which they're already EVM compatible, but Fantom Virtual Machine will create quite a few upgrades that no other chain has at this point. And they're keeping it really close to the chest because they know that as soon as they implement this, they think that most every other giant L1 that's EVM compatible is probably going to copy them. And so they're not really like letting everyone know. But basically with all of these forks, you know, speed doesn't really matter all that much except for like direct transactions. When you're dealing with smart contracts, you are limited by the EVM, the Ethereum Virtual Machine. And it doesn't matter how many transactions per second or how fast you are, once you get to smart contracts, you're limited by that throughput. And what FTM, from what I understand, the Fantom machine is going to do is going to increase that by quite a bit. Imagine increasing your speed just by a second, or imagine, you know, that what that allows, like when you're doing something with smart contracts where there's a whole bunch of transactions and a whole bunch of processing and things going on. Imagine speeding that up for everyone across the entire blockchain, across the entire ecosystem. Everyone's going to want to copy that. Everyone's going to want a piece of that. It should send Fantom freaking running. Not to mention, we have like the greatest developers ever from and like so much stuff is being built on Fantom. There's so much bullish stuff for Fantom that it's crazy. And the fact that these, you know, companies can come in and easily get funding just by locking up TVL. You know, if you lock up certain amounts of TVL, you get certain amounts of funding from the Fantom Foundation, and it trickles out to you over time, and you can use those to like pay investors or build or pay developers or do whatever you want. There's no real limitations on it. It's very decentralized and they don't really care what you're doing, and they made it very simple for easy and everyone to get in. So this is growing Fantom, right? Fantom is going, you know, in 2022, there's nothing more I'm more bullish on than Fantom. And I can go on for another 10, 15 minutes and tell you all the reasons I'm way bullish on Fantom. But I think you understand that that's what makes TOMB Finance so freaking great, is it is the best way to grow Fantom. And we have the most amazing community I've ever seen, like a community that actually participates and actually helps. When this thing breaks peg, which anything that like this, when it breaks peg, that's usually when these things fall apart. Anything that's like trying to peg one coin to the value of another, creating a seigniorage type of project like that, that's usually where it falls apart because no one goes in and buys the bonds, right? So the bonding mechanism in these type of things, as for those who don't know, when the peg decreases, and so you have TOMB pegged to Fantom, and then you have this other thing called Tbond. When TOMB goes below the price of Fantom, the Tbonds open up, and you can buy a bunch of Tbonds with TOMB. Every time you buy a Tbond, it burns one TOMB, and thereby bringing the price back. Well, what they've done here, or what just happened, was TOMB, because there was this big giant exploit in a separate company called Grim Finance that had a whole bunch of TOMB locked up. Well, they got exploited, and someone took all that TOMB and dumped it on the market, and it totally crashed the peg. But what they had come in here was they used, you know, not only did everyone, including myself, go in and buy a bunch of Tbonds, because we know that with this community, how strong it is with the treasury, with Henry A. I know I call him Henry all the time, but his name's Harry. You know, people keep correcting me on that all the time. But I had this like step grandpa named Henry, and we always called him Harry. And so Henry and Harry is almost interchangeable for me. That's a personal problem. Don't worry about that. Harry A., the owner and billionaire behind this. And you know me, I like to follow billionaires. I like to run with the flow of money, not against it. I like to get myself into the flow of money and gather up as much as I can, generally not jumping into the empty streams, right? And billionaires who have goals and ambitions, and that's not a bad train to get on, right? I mean, it's historically worked out very, very good for me. Okay, so back to TOMB Finance. This thing had lost its peg, and they came in with the treasury and bought millions, like every certain amount of epochs. Every time the epoch calendar clicks down, more Tbonds are released, and they're only released in certain chunks. And it took a couple days, and in a few days we had got back with the Tbonds. We had got back to peg, and a big part of that was were coming in with the treasury and purchasing all the Tbonds. They bought millions of dollars in Tbonds. They were giving us little announcements, and so of course I was dumping in with everything I had to get Tbonds because I want to be on that train. Because when this thing gets to 1.15, and if you wait till 1.15 to turn in your Tbond, you get 1.45 which is, that's a lot more than you were getting before. So all of this Tbond that I have sitting over off to the side is going to be, very beneficial to me, right? So I have like 280 Tbonds sitting over there. So the peg had broke. They had come in with the treasury and purchased all kinds of Tbonds, millions of dollars, everything that was available. There was never, at the end of an epoch, more Tbonds left. Whatever, they let us buy some, and then they came in and bought the rest with the treasury, thereby burning all that TOMB. And the way they did that is they reduced the rewards afterwards. So we've been getting reduced rewards up until today. And those reduced rewards paid back all of the treasury. All those millions of dollars that they came in and bought the TOMB with, they have that all back now, and we're getting our full pay. They just reduced the pay for a little bit and skimmed off the top, and they took that money over there and they paid back the treasury. I think it's amazing, and it gives so much confidence and makes me so happy that I've taken 5,000 Fantom out of my long-term storage, and I sent it over here to buy more into TOMB Finance. And believe me, I don't need to buy more into TOMB Finance. I am loaded in here, and but yeah, going to be loading in some more. Another, what is that, about $13,000? But I plan for, TOMB's going to go, Fantom's going up, man. It's going to, its natural place is $3 in my opinion. So that would be a lot more than that, right? So, TOMB Finance now has a market, and you can take your TOMB that you earned, you can drop it in, single side stake it, and get lending on it. Now, why is that going to be cool? Because TOMB eventually, as we know, will be pegged to 2 Fantom and not 1 Fantom. So imagine when Fantom's up at $3 and you're loading, you're earning in, and then just kind of all of a sudden the price of TOMB just keeps drifting up, and then boom, they switch it to 2 Fantom. And now all the TOMB that you're that you've taken a loan on is now worth double, and you can pretty much just instantly pay off that loan. So you could be loading in here as much as you want. This is my plan, to load a whole bunch into the MIA Finance until this thing doubles. Once they double the price of TOMB, I just pay the whole damn thing off, and off I go, right? And I've got all that capital that I've reinvested. It's all sitting there. I still have all the TOMB. So I am going to be getting into that pretty soon. But the Fantom Foundation ecosystem stablecoin. Today we start supporting Fantom native projects through seeding Maya into the Fantom market, XYZ markets. The first market we seeded is the TOMB market, and you can get in here, watch the little video, and see how that whole thing, how easy it is to lock your TOMB up and take out some stable for it, or whatever you want to do. There's a lot of different options, and TOMB themselves came out with a video. I recommend watching that one. It's quite worth it. TOMB is now on Trader Joe, and you can send some TOMB over and match it up with AVAX and get paid out that way. You're getting paid in Joe. Now here from BV Finance, we got some new vaults, and this one is badass. TOMB MIA APY 1,560%. Damn, Beefy, that is pretty awesome. And Beefy, they're huge, right? Okay, TOMB cross-chain. TOMB has officially landed on Avalanche with Trader Joe XYZ. TOMB trading on TOMB Maya pool. The pool is now live at traderjoe.com. I'm definitely going to be getting into that one. We would like to give a huge thank you to everyone for all your continued support, and from all of us here at TOMB Finance, happy holidays. Here was their 1 billion TVL announcement. Wow, man. 1 billion is no joke. 1 billion locks. Thank you to everyone for your continued support. We are just getting started. And then here was the video for the marketplace. Yell Finance says protocol is an ultimate automated portfolio management tool that allows users to diversify his capital in the most efficient farms while auto compounding and rebalancing positions for him. Let's take a closer look at Fantom. This was Yell Finance. I'm a fan. I am actually slowly accumulating some through the staking at Boo, and yeah, pretty bullish there, and that got retweeted by TOMB. Life. This is what I'm super excited about. I'm saving as much as I can. Part of like my whole jumping in with this additional cash is that I want to have a lot of TOMB when it comes time for Life to launch. Life is going to be somewhat like a Time Wonderland type fork ran by Harrier. I'm going big as I can in this mother. And there's the QDAO and TOMB completed our over-the-counter deal for 1 million Q. The TOMB Finance DAO purchased Q, or Qui, however you want to say it, from the QDAO treasury. And we'll be staking the Qui to earn QDAO protocol revenue. So, you know, TOMB is over there earning money, making us much more stable, and we like all that. That's good things to be doing with the treasury. To start things off, we're going to be ringing in this new year with over 1 billion TVL. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, thank you once again to everyone for their continued support. Lots to get into here, so let's go. All right, we're getting to the exciting stuff. Here was the new updates that just happened. Harry did a Bloomberg interview. It's worth watching. There's the Maya bridge, and we've pretty much gone over the rest of that. Now, this was the big announcement that made everyone so happy. Over the last 30 days, 120 epochs, we had 103x print, 5x Zen, and 12x contraction. Okay, let's explain this real quick. This is like the print phase, right? We like being in this phase. And when you're in this phase, sell your TOMB. You know, take your passive income, but make sure you're holding on to a little bit for these other two phases, because it's important that for these phases that we all work together. That's what makes this thing so powerful and makes it work. So when you're in the burr section, which they call the print phase, that's what we're all looking for. Now, there's these other phases. When you see this little skeleton here over the yellow, that's the Zen phase. And you're just supposed to relax there. You know, don't sell, maybe reinvest. Stop selling TOMB. Take your Tshare, sell your Tshare during this phase. Pair it up with your TOMB and stick it in the Fantom TOMB pool. We all need to be doing this. So you're still, you know, just don't sell any TOMB during this phase. Now, during this red phase, that's when you buy Tbonds, you buy more Tshares, you buy more TOMB, you buy, because when this thing gets back to peg, when Harry takes this back where it's supposed to be, we're all going to get massive paid. And that's like buying the dip. So when you're in this printer thing, and we're getting there now, we've just gone full burr. So keep some of your money off to the side. And when we get back in this is what really will make you rich in the long term, right? During this contraction one phase, Tshare got down in the hundreds of dollars. I picked up a couple. That's like 18,000 each now. So like this contraction, even though that's not where you're getting paid, and that's where all the fear is, that's the most important time to be buying in. So that's where you want to take your TOMB, whatever you got. Buy Tbonds, buy Tshare, just buy, because when you get back into this phase, and we know they're going to take it back to this phase, we just learned right here that they took all of the, they bought all the millions of dollars of Tbonds from the treasury. They waited until that was all paid back. We all started getting paid. They reduced rewards. They completely paid back the treasury 100%, and now we're all getting paid. It's crazy. And I loaded in during this whole time. Nuts, man. There is no other program that could do this for you. Like your other TOMB forks, they don't have this power. They don't have the treasury. They don't have the team. They don't have the, you know, they're not cross-chain. They don't have QDAI. They're not creating an own fork. They're not going to double the peg eventually. Like, this is so much money and such a fucking killer opportunity. I don't even know how to express it more. But when I see people tell me the greatest, you know, there's other things like that are some fork of TOMB Finance is the greatest passive income platform right now, these people are just insane. I can't imagine where their head is at. Anyway, Reaper is the place if you're going to compound your TOMB rewards. Don't go anywhere else. This is ran by Justin Beavis, and when their coin comes out, I'm freaking selling my leg to get in on that. Okay, so TOMB is now on Binance Chain BNB on PancakeSwap. The TOMB Maya pair from the QDIA, and I know I'm saying that right, TOMB Finance and Frog Nation. This is going to be big. Now, let's not forget, this is from Harry himself. Let's not forget that not long ago, Daniela Siesta, the guy, the Frog Nation, Popsicle Finance, Time Wonderland, Spell, all that, that guy, the main freaking, that genius, he recently has been like teasing, it's him and Andre Kanye, which is like, the creator of Aave, who, basically took over in most part Fantom. They've been teasing like little things coming out for the coming year. Revest is like all about Fantom now. They're going to be financial NFTs, and he's all about Fantom. So there's so much bullish crap for Fantom, and then the TOMB is going to be worth 2 Fantom. I don't know how else to tell you like what kind of freaking opportunity this is. And now you can take your TOMB that you're earning and get into all these other chains, start building yourself up a damn empire, right? 2021 has been a wild ride for TOMB Finance. We just wanted to say thank you to those who supported us from the beginning, the new friends we met along the way, and those friends we haven't met yet. And I think there'll be a lot of those friends we haven't met yet. Okay, let's go over to TOMB Finance and just really quick take a look at what I'm doing. So like I said, I sent over 5,000 Fantom from my long-term storage to get into, it's like about $13,000 at this point, but going to be worth a lot more when Fantom hits $3, right? Got 281 Tbonds. So what I'm doing now, I'm just leaving. I'm not buying more TOMB, and I'm not buying more Tshare. All I'm doing is when my TOMB pumps out or my Tshare pumps out of these pools, right? So I have this TOMB Fantom LP that is earning Tshare. I have this Tshare Fantom LP also earning Tshare. All the Tshare that comes out of these two pools, I'm keeping and putting back into this Tshare Fantom pool and pairing up with all that Fantom I brought over. So I'm using that Fantom to keep everything that's printed out and reinvest it all. And I'm doing the same thing with this pool and this pool. So all of the TOMB that comes out of the Masonry, right? So I'm taking my Tshare from here, pairing it up with Fantom, and dropping it into this TOMB-FTM LP pair right here that's in the cemetery. So Masonry is that single stake thing where you stake your Tshare and you earn TOMB. I take that TOMB, I pair it up with more Fantom, and I'm sticking it into this pool. I'm also taking all the Tshare that I earn out of these two pools, pairing it up with that Fantom I sent over, and dropping it into this LP, the Tshare Fantom LP. Now, there's a place to provide liquidity here on the site, but sometimes it doesn't work too well. It actually, the Spooky Swap section works so much better. So I'm going to go through this really, really quick, and I'll show you exactly how I reinvest all this crap. So we're coming over here to the Masonry, and we're just going to claim our rewards. Actually, I got an epoch ending in 1 hour and 29 minutes. So we're not going to do the Masonry. We'll do the other one. But basically, you claim your reward, which is the TOMB. I want to wait for an hour. And then you go to liquidity, or you go over to Spooky Swap. You provide liquidity, and you stick that back in here. I'll give you an example of that right here. So we're going to come in here and grab my Tshare. Grab this Tshare here. And this one is in the lower paying TOMB-FTM LP pool. And this is the, if you want to just, TOMB is staked to Fantom. So earning 0.46% a day right now. Staking Fantom, where are you going to beat that? Nowhere. That's APR. That's not APY. That's just killer. And now that we're in full burr, this should go up a little bit because everything is based on this Masonry, right? And the Masonry is, when that is low, when the TWAP is low and the payout is low, it lowers the other two pools because they're kind of based off of it, right? So when this Masonry, when the TWAP gets farther and farther apart, meaning that TOMB is worth a lot more than one Fantom, our pay in all the pools goes up, especially in the Tshare Fantom pool and in the Masonry. Okay, so we claimed this Tshare here. Now we'll head back over to the other side of the cemetery. We claimed it out of this pool, and we're going to claim it out of this pool. All right, I'm going to claim that. And you don't need huge numbers like you're seeing here on my screen, which, I don't say them out loud usually. I just let you, if you want to look at them, you can. But it's all proportional. Take a 0 off. If you don't have 4,000 in there and you only have 400, it's the same as what I'm doing, but with a 0 less, right? And as you get bigger and bigger, you add a 0 on, and you think more in terms of an extra 0 on things, right? Hundreds become less exciting. Thousands become more exciting. I'm sure eventually thousands will be less exciting and 10,000 will be exciting, right? So, okay, so we have claimed Tshare out of both pools. Now we need to pair that up with the Fantom I already have. In order to do that, you want to go to Spooky Swap. Spooky Swap is the place. This is the greatest DEX out there right now, like by far, hands down. I don't know any other DEX that is this slick, has this much great stuff going for it. Okay, so Tshare and TOMB, we're going to just press this little max button. Boom. It'll grab my 183 Fantom to pair up with it. We press the supply button right there. Boom. It's going to ask us, you sure you want to supply this Fantom with this Tshare? Yes, because I am currently got 5,000 Fantom that I'm looking to incorporate in by pairing it up with everything I earn. And so thereby, that whatever, $10,000 in Fantom that I'm putting in will actually be $20,000 because I'm pairing it up with 50% earnings, right? Okay, so that is done. Tshare and Fantom has been supplied. Now you simply head back over to the pool. And whatever pool you are in, you just come over. We're in the Tshare Fantom pool, which is what we're looking to stake. And we're going to add here. We're adding 1.72 Tshare Fantom LP. Max that out. Press confirm. And it's that easy. We just took Fantom that we had, added it to the Tshare, and jumped it into this pool. Now, if you just wanted to sell off half of your Tshare, the way that you would do that is when you're over here on Spooky, just go to the swap feature and save, you've taken all your Tshare out, right? I don't have any Tshare left, but if I did, you'd come down here, you click on Tshare, and you just press this 50% button, right? You press 50% button, and you swap it. It will take half of the Tshare that you just took out and nothing else, and it will swap it 50% into Fantom. You press swap, you wait for it to clear, you come over to liquidity, and just do everything we just did. And so that's the only other step that you would add in there is the swap feature, pressing that 50% button, pressing confirm, and you're good to go. So there's all that. I've just walked you through my very favorite passive income play by the biggest teams on my favorite blockchain. Yeah, I could go on forever, but this video would be forever. So anyway, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Crypto Music, gonna catch you guys on the flip. Hope you're having a hell of a great day. Hope you love TOMB Finance as much as me. If you're dabbling in the clones, dabble lightly. Put your load in here. Not financial advice, all that good stuff. But teams or no teams, right? Anyway, I love you guys. This guy cares the world about you, man. Seriously. And thanks for being here. Happy New Year. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.